Hello guys, how you guys doing? Yes, it's Robert, an ambassador for Christ, and where I go, as you know, the kingdom goes. Remember, eat the fish, eat the fish, eat the fish and spit out the bones. This message may not be for everybody, but there's definitely something in it that you can use, and it will be very helpful. Well, today I'm going to speak to you about 15 secrets to a successful Christian marriage. 15 secrets to a successful Christian marriage. Why do I say the number 15? Because today is my 15th anniversary. I've been married for 15 years. Can you Adam and Eve it? Oh yes, 15 years I've been married for today, and it's wonderful. Yay! So I'm going to give you my 15 secrets, my secret tips that's kept me married. There's a lot more of them, but I broke it down to about 15. There's not 1,000, but these are the 15 main ones, and hopefully it will help you out. Number one, okay, acknowledge God in all your ways. Okay, so my number one tip is for a successful marriage, Christian marriage, acknowledge God in all what you do. Okay. Number two, submit your marriage to God. Remember, submit your marriage to God. Remember, God first, then family, then ministry. That's a word for some ministers and pastors out there right now. God first, then family, then ministry, in that order. Number three, this is so important, you and your wife, or you and your husband, or you and your spouse, you and your other half, you have to have your own personal relationship with God. You have to know God for yourself. Personal relationship, you must have that. Both of you must have that. Number four, submit to each other. Number five, well, I say, no, back to number four. Submit yourself to each other. You know, the Bible says, that, basically, if we submit ourselves to one another, then both of us lead, if I can put it that way. If we both submit ourselves together, we are both coming under each other's authority. Can I say that? You're both taking turns to lead. Does that make sense? I know that overall they say that, the Bible says that, God first, then God made the man, then the woman. Okay, so the man is the head of the woman. I understand that. That's biblical. But I mean that in your relationship, sometimes your wife is stronger than you in certain areas. Or sometimes your husband may be stronger than you in certain areas. Like, for example, for me, when it comes to bookkeeping, I'm rubbish. I have to submit myself to my wife's understanding, because I don't know about that sort of stuff, bookkeeping and stuff like that, accounts and that. She's excellent at that, so I submit myself to that area of our marriage. I submit that to her. So when I say submit yourself to each other, it's like identify each other's strengths and weaknesses and submit where needed. Yeah, I hope that made sense. Number five, serve each other. Always serve each other. Number six, pray with each other every day. That's very important. Pray with each other every single day. Number seven, this is a big one. Have one bank account. Have one bank account. I'm not going to go into more detail because I'm going to actually do a video about how to stop all financial arguments with your spouse instantly. And I'm going to go into a bit more detail of that in another video, so I'm going to leave it there. So basically, have one bank account. All your money goes into one bank account. I'm going to leave it there. Number eight, be committed to each other and be committed to each other and know that you're in it for a long haul. See, my wife knows I'm in it to death do us part. I'm in it to the end. And she's the same, she's got the same mindset, she's in it to the end. We're not splitting up, we're staying together. I'm in it for a long haul. Out to sea, long haul. Out to sea, to infinity and beyond. Number nine, love each other and have fun. Number 10, agree with each other. Agree with each other. Amos 3:3. The Bible says, how can two walk together unless they be agreed? So, in a marriage, for it to be successful, make sure you agree with each other. This is a big one as well. Never let the sun go down on your wrath. If you have an argument and you're arguing with each other, make sure you clear it up before you go to bed. Because you can't wake up with that, because if you're angry and bitter against your spouse for days and days and days, poison sets in. So you can be angry with your spouse for a season, okay? But then you realise that after a while it turns into sin and it starts to poison your relationship with each other. So never let the sun go down your wrath. Forgive each other as quick as possible. This is another big one. Never use the word divorce. Never use the word divorce in an argument, no matter how much the other person's hurt you. Never use the word divorce. Me and my wife don't use the word divorce at all. If we're arguing, we never say, right, that's it, I want a divorce. No, don't ever say that, because you're spitting poison and wickedness on your own marriage that you're trying to repair, you're trying to build. So don't say the word divorce, and don't use no negativity about your divorce. Don't use no negativity about your marriage, even in an argument. Number 13, know when to stop arguing and start praying. See, the devil will stir you up, winds you up, and you've got to realise that, hold on, this argument that we're having is not getting us anywhere. It's fruitless. We need to pray, because I'm not listening to you and you're not listening to me. Your guard's up, my guard's up. We need to pray and ask God to come in and give us his counsel, okay? So know when to stop arguing and know when to start praying. Woo, powerful. Number 14, this is quite big as well. Recognise that the devil is out there trying to destroy your marriage. The devil is out there working day and night to try and split you and your spouse up. The devil hates marriage. He hates family. He wants to split up. That's the reason why the world's in a mess, because the devil is splitting up families. He's split up. There's loads of divorces, you know, in the world. You know, families growing up, you know, one-parent families, and you know, people not committed to each other. The government and that is against marriage. They're against family. They're trying to break the family down, i.e. through work stress. You work 50 hours a week. Your spouse works 80 hours a week. Your kids are always being looked after by someone else. Breakdown of the family. So always know the devil is trying to destroy your marriage. He's always trying to destroy your marriage. Recognise that. Number 15. Recognise. This is quite interesting. Recognise that all arguments and disagreements help you grow. They're not a bad thing. When you argue with your spouse, it's not always a bad thing, because you, after that argument and that disagreement, you know that the other person don't like that, or the other person doesn't like that sort of attitude or that way that you handle certain situations. That's why you're having that argument. So now you know that argument has now made you grow into something stronger. So I know that when it comes to me and my wife, if I have a disagreement with her, I think, hold on, I better stop, because I know from the last argument I had with her 4 years ago about the same situation, it made things worse, not better. So we need to have a different solution. Stop arguing and start praying. Lord, come in, help us. So anyway, that's my 15 secrets to a successful Christian marriage. And if you're Christian or not, I know that inside those 15 points there is something that can help you. And obviously you can use that if you're engaged as well. So anyway, that's me, Robert, an ambassador for Christ, and where I go, the kingdom goes, and I hope you stay blessed. Like, subscribe, share, definitely share. And I'm going to be, and if you've got any comments or any questions, leave them down below and I'll answer them and we'll have a little chat. And I shall see you guys tomorrow.